My name is Thithani Tembo. I was born in 1995 in Lusaka, Zambia. I'm a Ngoni by tribe from the Eastern Province. I'm 19 years old. I love to explore. I'm very spontaneous. I love to learn new things and get to know new people. I started my primary school at Choston Park. Then I went to Longford where I wrote my grade 7 and qualified to go to Katondwe Girls Secondary School. I completed my junior secondary Katondwe Girls Secondary School and qualified to go to Katete Secondary School where I completed my grade 12. After I completed my grade 12, my ambitions are to study biomedics because I think it's easier to get a job when you do a medical course in Zambia, and I want to explore the world, so it will be easy for me to get a job elsewhere apart from Zambia. Though I also wanted to study mass comm because I love to research. I love to research new things, so I might study biomeds or mass comm. I love to get to know new people. Those are one of my hobbies. I love to go to church, get to learn more about spiritual stuff. I love to read novels. I love to move around. But though I don't like cars, so I would rather walk. So I take walks most of the times with my friends. I love to study when I'm at school. That's if I'm at school, I study a lot. And yeah, I just love to explore, get to know new people, get to know what other people are thinking. I come from a family of 3. I'm the only girl and last born. My oldest brother completed his university, and my second born brother is still at school and also working. I live with my mom. I used to stay with my dad, but apparently they divorced. So I'm apparently staying with my mom, though I do communicate with my dad and we have a close relationship. I'm looking forward to go to school, though fundings. I want to raise money for myself to go to school. I also love to design. I love to make clothes. I'll get pieces of clothes and combine them together. I love to sing, but though I'm not a good singer, but I love to sing. I love to dance. I love to have fun. I love to go out with my friends and have fun, go swimming.
Okay.
I think Lusaka is a very interesting place. There are a lot of places that you can go to and have fun. Though I prefer to go to Livingstone. I think Livingstone is more nice. Yeah, maybe it's because I live in Lusaka, but then I prefer Livingstone to Lusaka. Though Lusaka is also very beautiful because then you find a lot of things that you won't find outside the outside there, like in Livingstone. Though Siavonga is also very nice. So I think Lusaka is a very nice place to be. It's always been my dream to study abroad. I've always dreamt of going outside the country. I think the country that I would love to go to and study from is London. I think it's always been my dream to go to London since I was a kid. Actually, why I even wanted to study biomedics is because it will be easier for me to travel abroad and get a job there. That's why I really want to go to London. And I think, if not even a scholarship in future, I might go there just to work there. But I would love to go there to school. I usually spend my free time with my close friend. I don't know if I should call her my best friend, but I usually spend time with Betty. We were at school together. I think we've known each other for a long time. I spend most of my time with her. We go out together, though we argue a lot. So sometimes I'm not really social. I'm not very social, so I have a few friends. So she's just one of those few friends that I have. Yeah, and then I also have a couple of friends. Yeah, though I prefer hanging around with guys than girls. I think guys are better to chat with because then they are less emotional and more understanding. So I prefer to talk to guys than to girls. So I have more male friends than female friends. Though my female friend is Betty, I also have Rotina. We go to church together. She's also one of my close friends. I think apart from these two, I don't know who I've left out, but I have a lot of friends, but though these are my closest friends. I congregate from Hugo Pentecost. I've been there since I was a child. I've been going there since I was a kid. At the moment, I just go for youth meetings. I love to be at church. I help with the kids at times, yeah, but I just love to worship. I love to be in the background so that I worship well. Though I'm thinking of joining ushering, but I think it would to distract me a little. I think those people who don't really spend time, have much time to worship, that yeah, I want to do something for God. I love to go to church. I'm mostly at church. I go to church 3 times a week. House chores, I love to clean the house, I love to sweep, I love to cook, more especially baking. I'm a very good baker. I love to bake a lot of stuff, different stuff. I love to learn new things to cook. So yeah, I mostly cook. I have a recipe book. I try new recipes, and yeah, I just love to learn more about the kitchen, and I help my mom with the show at times. So, I come from a family of 3. I'm the last born, the only girl, and I have 2 elder brothers. One of my brothers completed his college and he's working. My second born brother is at school and he's also working as a clerk. Then my parents are apparently divorced, so I live with my mom, though I also visit my dad. For me, when I want to study biomedics, I want to go to school and study biomedics. I want to help my mom and dad raise money for myself to go to school, because it's not easy in Zambia to go to school, because schools in Zambia are very difficult, are very expensive. So I think it would just be wise of me to help them raise money for my school, because I know it's not going to be easy because it's very expensive. I'm planning on raising the money by looking for a job, like in shopping malls. You can get money like that. At least I can save some for school. And when I complete my university, when I start making my own money, I think my biggest dream has been to help the orphans. I think I have a heart for the orphans. I love to help people. I love to help people become who they want to be in life, and for them to do what they want to do. I believe even little help rendered to somebody that has nothing is they appreciate even the little that you give them. So if I start having my own money, even the little that I'll make out of it, I want to help the poor and the less privileged. I want to teach. When I'm done with my university, I want to settle down. I want to have my own family. I think that's every woman's dream, to have her own family, her own house. Though I don't want to be a housewife, I want to earn my own money. Yes. Because yeah, I want to be independent on my own. I want to do things on my own. But I think yeah, I want to settle down. I want to have a family and raise up my children, though I want to also have time for my kids. I think my message to the young girls out there is concentrate with their education and put God first, because even when you're educated, I think God should be our first priority, because God directs us in where to go and what to do. I think he's the best person that you can ask for guidance from. And yeah, I urge my young women out there not to rely more on guys, because I've noticed nowadays certain people will back out of school just because they want to get married, but in the end they end up getting divorced, and it becomes very difficult for them to even raise up their own children. I think women of today, we face a lot of challenges more than men, because we have a lot to prove to the world out there. We have our personality to keep, but then I'd urge young people out there that even though you go through difficult times, I believe these difficult times are the times that make us into people that we're supposed to be. I believe everything happens for a reason. So I'm sending a message to the people that are going through hard times, those people that cannot go to school but want to go to school. I believe if you believe, and if you believe God can make a way where there seems to be no way, God can obviously make a way for you to go to school. I think it's just perseverance. We should persevere in everything that we go through. We shouldn't be peer pressured by our friends. I think you should know what you want to do in life. You should know where you want to reach in life. It's not about what your friend is doing. It's not about what your friend has achieved. It's about your life. I think destiny is about yourself. It's not about the next person. We all have different destinies. So I think we should always walk in our destiny and walk in what God wants us to walk in, and just not follow what others are doing, because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's what you want out of it. It's what you dream to become. I would urge everyone, it's not about what the next person is saying about you or what the next person thinks about what you're doing, but I think gender-based violence is not just for the women but for the men as well. I think it's how you accept to be treated. It's how you want somebody to treat you. It's you saying no to something and not allowing people to step on you. I think it also comes back to us women doing our own thing, getting educated, because then I believe when you're educated, you know your rights, you know what is best for you. And even before you get married, I think we ought to know who we are getting married to and what you want out of your marriage. And I think gender-based violence is just about us women also thinking, just because I'm married to this man, I'm supposed to be like this, I'm supposed to do everything that he wants me to do. But then we also have our own opinions over certain things, and we should always be independent for our own life. I think it's the choices that we make in life. It's the choices that I make for myself. It's what I say I can't take and what I can take. Because if somebody is beating you and you're not happy in your marriage, I should stand up myself and say no to it. Because no one can come in and tell me what or what not to do. I think if we learn to stand up for ourselves, I think it will be less of gender-based violence, because it's about us, it's about me, what I want for myself, what I want for my life, how I want my children to be raised up. Because gender violence also affects the children. It's the environment that you raise the children in. So I think as women and men who are going through gender-based violence, I think it's up to us to make that decision on what we want for our future and our children. Because then nowadays we end up seeing people dying because of gender-based violence. I think it's the people that we involve ourselves in. And I think it's also best to know somebody that you're getting married to even before you go into marriage. I think people rush too much into marriage without knowing the people that they're going into marriage with. So I'd advise women out there to stand up for themselves, to be independent, and to speak when they feel something is wrong, and to always work hard. Because I think sometimes it's us not having what to do. We end up staying even when we're being abused, just because he's providing for me, he's giving me this. But if we learn to stand up for ourselves, I'm sure there wouldn't be any gender-based violence, because then even the men would be scared, even the women would be scared, because then they know you can stand up for yourself. So I think that's my message to the women out there.
That's why I love so much.